a hidden function of this channel and of me talking to the camera thus far has been, or not a function rather, but a a positive outcome of me making these videos on on a personal level, on a selfish level, to be honest, is that I find great relief in talking about, in some ways, some of the issues that I deal with, but also just being able to discuss my feelings at times and like what's going on through my head. And doing that, I get a sense of relief at the end of the day. Like sitting down and thinking and talking about my feelings helps me understand like why I'm feeling the way I am, and why at the end of the day it's not that what's important, but it's not crucial for my like the rest of my life. Like what I'm experiencing right now is not a everlasting impact on the rest of my life. And thinking about how you feel, thinking about just where you're currently at with whatever's going on, and this is not, I know this is not so related to the video, but I think it's important to nonetheless do, like, you like find that outlet for you, whether that be like journaling, like video journals as well. It could be like drawing, like some sort of creative outlet that allows you to like experience and show like what you're feeling. It doesn't have to be to others whatsoever, but just something for you to have and express that. I think it's super important. And segueing into that, I know it's not as, you know, not as related, but as I got out of a relationship, a long-term relationship recently, what I've had, something that I've struggled with already, and over these past 4 days that I haven't uploaded, um, and I probably should have still made a video, unfortunately, but things happen, and whatever, I'll adjust now. But what I've struggled with is figuring out what to do in my free time, like the time that I'm not working, the time I'm not hanging out with friends, the time that the time I'm really just have nothing to do. Like I have an hour or two that I have nothing to do, and those are the hardest moments where I I don't know. I can literally do whatever I want. Like there's nothing that is holding me back. I have complete freedom for the most part in what I can do. Yet I don't know what to do in that time, right? And so as of recently, instead of one of these things I could do is like make one of these videos, talk to the camera, and that's a much more positive way of like spending that time. I end up just like playing a video game or doing something not great, like watching TV or something, which is, I mean, it's not inherently wrong to do all the time, but there's something inside of me that just tells me like this is not what I ought to be doing right now. Like there's something that I can't enjoy myself doing stuff like that, because I feel as if there's something better for me to do with my time. There's a better way to optimize my time. And I'm not a person that tries to maximize everything I do, but in scenarios like that, like there's something better I could be doing. So I try to, I do the bike rides and things like that, but it's hard. I just get caught up in especially these last few days. I was playing like way too much, playing and watching TV way too much, just feeling terrible about myself. And so I thought about, I was like, I need to start doing different things. I gotta start actually doing things, whether they're by like if free time and I can't do anything, I'll do things by myself. Like I'll experience like new things. I'll try to meet new people. The other day in this park, I met this random guy named Socrates. I know, like the philosopher, really funny. But I ended up talking to him to a while, and like we connected. And I got his contact information. It was super cool, like super cool guy. Like it's interactions like those that are integral to being just like human, like a social creature. And nowadays we allocate much of our time to doing things like so away from everyone else, so away from like civilization, really, like so away from other humans, especially when it comes to doing things like playing video games. And I know I'm a proponent of being able to be alone. And I think that's vital. I think that's important. But not in the sense of just like, you know, like doing, like watching TV or sticking yourself in that way. Like when you're alone, I think it's important to really be like feel alone, like have nothing else around you and be in your own mind and think. And so when choosing to allocate your time and you're choosing to figure out what it is that you want to do, keep in mind that a lot of the activities that are not beneficial to you, at the end of the day, if you actually end up doing them, I mean, this is for me. So, but when I'm doing an activity that I know is not good for me, that single idea in the back of my head of knowing that's not good for me makes me not enjoy it. And so whether that's a good thing, a bad thing, it's something that I've had, unfortunately, but it prevents me from, spending any large amount of time playing video games or watching TV or just doing shit that I don't find valuable. It allows me to just be like, okay, no, I'm not doing this. If I'm going to be bored and sit here, I'll do that instead. So I think it's important to try to like feel that, I think, and that single thought has helped me in switching a lot of my behaviors into things that I know I should prioritize more. And that's why I'm coming with this video. And if you're someone that, you struggle with what you manage to do in your free time, things you do, try to have that in your head, like to change your behavior, understand that your behavior is bad. If you understand your behavior is bad and not beneficial to you, it's harder to enjoy doing that thing just because of that. And inevitably you'll switch and you'll try to switch into something. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but you'll try to switch into something that is more beneficial. And with that, I just want to say thank you. And I know I'm not perfect. Not trying to give like advice in this way. I am terrible at allocating my free time. Honestly, I'm so terrible at it. But I use these as videos as a way to give me a framework on things I want to do in my life. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Peace out.